Hey, Superstore fans! Love is in the air with this week's episode of Superstore, so stick around.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Time of my life. Every day on AFTERBUZZ.
Oh yeah.
Time of my life.
Time of my life. Every day that we're here, guys.
I know. Hey guys, welcome to Valentine's Day episode of Superstore. We are doing a flash round today. So let's go ahead and start with my lovely co-host.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm Tara Erickson. You guys can find me on Twitter at @TaraErickson and youtube.com/Tara Erickson. Boom.
Mic drop. And I'm Kelsey Hightower. You can find me on social media, Snapchat, Instagram at Kels Hightower. So we have 2 episodes to cover.
We do.
In minimal time. So
we're going to just slay it.
We're going to slay it here. Last week we weren't here. We apologize. But we're here this week.
We're here this week.
So
we're catching up, guys. All right? Bear with us.
Yes. So last week's episode was the ladies' luncheon, which was a fun episode.
So great.
Got to catch up on that, which Dina decides that she is going to take the ladies out to a lunch because in the morning meeting, as it always starts, Glenn kind of spilled the beans that Amy is in counseling, and everybody, was very worried about that. So so he spilled the beans. Amy's in counseling, marriage counseling. Adam's living in the basement, and Dina decides to be a fixer-upper and take the ladies to lunch.
Or force them, more likely.
Trap them in the van.
Yeah. She's great, man. But I didn't realize she was going to take all of them. And then it's literally every girl from the store. I'm like, what? How is this store running with everybody at lunch?
Everyone's at lunch. Well, I guess thankfully they were doing cash only at the store.
That's right.
So as we know, nobody pays with cash anymore. You got cards. Yeah. So no one carries cash. So it's completely dead. So the ladies are at lunch.
Yep.
And the boys are playing at the store.
Muffin ball.
Playing muffin ball.
Which I love.
Yeah. That was
I've never played it, but I think I would love it.
Yeah, it looked really fun.
It
looked really fun.
Yeah.
So Amy's storyline here, we'll just jump to that. I mean, this is where we find out. The previous episode, we saw that Amy was having trouble and she confided in Glenn, and then this time they're going to counseling.
Right, which I don't think is that big of a deal. Like the way that they treated it, everyone was like, and I'm like, that's just normal. But we've been, I mean, at least for me, I'm like, dude, Amy and Jonah already. I mean, I tried to call that back in the day, and it still hasn't happened. And I know that all of you guys want it to happen too. Not when she's married. We've discussed this. But I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. They're lengthening it a little bit more by having them go through counseling and whatnot. I kind of wish that I hope maybe they will show an episode maybe what happens in counseling with her and Adam and like what they're conversing about, because I would love to know the innermost deep dark secrets of like what's ruining it. Is it because he wants to just sell barbecue still, or like you know what I mean, and Amy's just like a hard worker? I would love to know. And I'm like, I mean, I can make up plenty of stories, but
I know I think that would be good too, just to see some insight to that, because and counseling is normal. Like, that's such a good thing. I love that Jonah in that episode tries to tell Amy that it's normal. Like, it's normal. And she's like, stop, don't talk to me about this. So that was good. And then the other big thing with Jonah is that Marcus and Jonah are trying to call Marcus is trying to call dibs on Amy, because now they're just like, it's over, the guy's language. And and Jonah's like, we can't do that, and he ends up getting caught with trying to be that guy who's like talking to Amy before she's even out of a relationship.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm not trying to win you. I don't think I could win you sexually. And then she's like, sexually? Thank God she was drunk, because she won't remember.
Exactly.
And I'm like, how convenient for that, right? Because I'm like, no, I want her to hear it and I want her to respond. But it's not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, man.
But Amy's ready for a change, and she said that a couple times, so I think that's foreshadowing something. She has,
I agree.
At the very end of the episode, Cheyenne's fixing her hair, and it looks the same, and she's like, nope, I want it all changed. She cuts it off.
Yep. Hey, girl, hey!
So time for something new.
Yep.
I think we've all been there. I'm like, I need to change everything. Let's color my hair.
Yes.
Let's go red.
Right.
You know, it's just like you get in that mood.
You get in that mood, and then you feel a heck of a lot better once you do the change, and you feel like you're like walking on top of the earth, and you're like, oh, this is like great and so weird. Look at the earth down here. It looks so different. That's how I feel when you cut your hair, you do your nails. You just think like the whole world is just like, you're like, you know, look at my nails and my hair. It's just, I don't know, little changes like that.
I'm a new woman.
Yeah,
Amy's
exactly.
a new woman. That's what
She
it is. So that catches us up to speed to this episode where her hair looks great, by the way.
It looks awesome. I was going to write a note down here that I'm like, Amy's hair. But I'm like, I'll just remember because it looks awesome.
How can you forget? I know it does look great. So that's fun. She has new hair. It's a new her. And this episode was weird because they didn't start in a morning meeting.
They sure didn't. They just went to Cupid's fangs. This is the first thing I remember with Glenn.
Yeah, apparently Cupid's a biter.
Right.
So everyone watch out this Valentine's Day, according to Glenn.
Yeah.
And there's love in the store. Miles and Lisa found love. And so Glenn hired both of them. And so he is all about matchmaking. Mm-hmm. Who is he going to set up with next?
Yeah. Except he runs into a little bit of a war with Amy with the matchmaking thing. Well, as you know, with Myrtle and Arthur.
I know. So they looked like they would be an adorable couple.
Right.
Going and watching the ducks, talking to the ducks, feeding the ducks, listening to the ducks, sitting with the ducks, everything with the ducks.
All the ducks, yeah.
All their ducks would be in a row.
Yeah, indeed.
But apparently Arthur is a rowdy old man.
Yeah.
He's a dirty grandpa.
He is.
And sexual harassment comes into play during this episode. So they had to watch a video on it.
They did.
Yeah, and we found out a little something about Glenn.
What did we find out?
We found out
no, you go.
About his marriage.
Right. What did he say at the end? He said it's all based on our relationship. Our marriage has been based on like a sexual mishap.
Oh yeah,
something.
A sexual crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he asked her out every day.
Yeah.
Until she marries him.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's how Glenn rolls.
That's how Glenn rolls. Yeah.
Apparently.
So that's Arthur and Myrtle. I hope that he cleans up and that they can eventually get together. That's my hope for the show.
I hope he doesn't quit because she's like, yeah, you quit.
I know.
I know. I'm like, no, I want it to carry on. I think it'd be a funny little storyline if, like, Arthur does find someone who likes the way that he talks to them, because he's not really. He adds it up with like nice, and then it's like, you cross the threshold there.
Yep.
But he's like still being nice while doing it, and like it would be really funny to me if they found like another old lady and it's a pickup of like Arthur saying those things, but she loves it.
I know, but I would think that Myrtle would be that way.
I know,
she's
right?
So
She's so
kooky.
cool.
She's a cool grandma.
I agree. She chows down on steak, man. Like
I know.
Girls' lunch. I was
sweaters.
like,
Scarves.
Yes.
Really long scarves.
All of it.
So yeah, okay. So that's them. That was a really long time on them. But Sandra, this is the big, I think, point in this episode is Sandra keeps playing this whole her and Jeff in a relationship.
Yeah.
And it's gone a little out of control. Maybe she buys her. I mean, she has dropped a lot of money.
She sure has.
To show people that she's in a relationship with Jeff, with the big heart person, the flowers, just all sorts of things.
The candygram, the puppies.
The puppies? They were so cute.
Just to hire a candygram. Isn't that what they're called? The people who come candygram or whatever?
A bit. He was dressed like
that was a couple hundred.
Yes.
Had to cost her a paycheck, all the stuff she was doing. And a white gold watch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much.
Yeah.
So I think she is liking the validation, the attention that she's getting from everybody, and that she's in a relationship. But Mateo is about to break, and he almost does until Jeff comes in and they do their Valentine's gift exchange.
He lays down the boyfriend term, and then Mateo is sold.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
So, best Valentine's Day for Mateo.
Yes.
They are official.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the big highlight from that. The one thing I'll say with Sandra, though, on the last episode, she almost found a guy at the bar.
I know. And then that girl who's trying to hit on Adam via the phone ruined it all.
Carol.
God, Carol. Carol, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she
I
called
hated
her.
that. Because she looked so sad. And I'm like, why can't Sandra just have confidence enough to stand up for herself? I feel like one day she'll be pushed to the threshold in the writing, and like maybe one day she's gonna lose it. Like Sandra will lose it. It'll be funny, but I hope some good will come out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I could see it unraveling in the next episode.
I agree. Yeah,
I think that's coming.
Especially if he's like, oh, you're my boyfriend. Jeff may come out a little bit more where he starts showing up with Mateo. It's eventually going to catch on. That's like, hey, what's happening here with, Jeff and Mateo? And it's like, but Sandra, you know what I mean? That's bound to come out.
It has to come out because Cheyenne already knows. Garrett knows. So
yeah,
it's a matter of time.
Does Dina know?
I don't think so.
Dina doesn't know. You can't let Dina know. She'll ruin it all.
Once she knows,
everybody's
it's over.
know. Yeah, it's all done.
No fun to be had.
No.
And then, we talked about Glenn and Amy.
Jonah and the robber.
Jonah, the big
Jonah
thing.
and the thief.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, take it away.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was so fast how it's like, oh, Jonah and Amy, and we're like, okay, they're getting closer, and then it's like, boom, he's sent, and this really attractive thief, he's like wants to go out with her on Valentine's Day. He's like, do you have any plans? I'm like, whoa, Jonah, it's Valentine's Day. That is like a strong. That's quick.
Yeah. Hey, I know we just met, but can I get your number?
Exactly. Yeah. And you're like, but it's Valentine's Day. It's a little quick. I was, I don't know. I was surprised. But then at the end, of course, Dina just blows it all to crappy poo, as she does.
That was probably my favorite moment. I haven't laughed that hard during an episode, I don't think. When Dina shows up in her outfit and she's pretending to be married to Jonah with her kids in the car.
Yeah, what is this? Why the golfer visor to play a wife with like a stuffed vest, a man, and just so many colors, Dina.
Yeah,
it was good. And just a nasty gold old school ring. She just was like, wow, that's great.
Yeah. Shout out to Matthew.
Oh, yeah.
In the chat. Glenn's got game.
He does.
Which
Glenn's
he does.
Always got game.
Sandra is not Jeff's type. Winky face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And I thought just Cheyenne knew. Oh, Garrett found out, though. I forgot how he found out.
Me too, about them too.
But I remember, was it Cheyenne that told him?
It was, I don't remember.
I don't remember, but I remember him being in on it because he was egging on Mateo.
Mateo, right?
Saying like, oh, aren't those the cutest puppies? Oh, isn't that great what Sandra did? Because he's like playing, I think Sandra was like, oh, I have something to tell you. And he was like, not interested. And she told him. So it was one of those things.
Yeah. And also he made that comment at the end where he's like, why does everybody want to F Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff's a likable guy.
Hot commodity around Superstore. So, and then, so the episode ends with Amy and Jonah, just slamming, breaking things on Valentine's Day. And
pure love montage.
Yeah, and that just, we see that again. We get a little of their love together.
It's killing me. It kills me every time, guys. Like, I was like...
It does.
Right? I mean, how many episodes ago? Like, maybe 10, and I was like, they're going to get together next episode. And
I think it was like the first episode.
You were like, I'm ready. I was ready. Kelsey's right. I was like, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I love that montage. That was great, and I just always love. I would have been disappointed if Jonah would have ended up going on a date with that girl, and it still wasn't proven whether she is the actual thief or not. I mean, we think she is, and he just was like, she's cute, then I want to date her. But I was glad that Dina kind of ruined it so that he would be forced to go and hang out with Amy, because I think even if he went out with her, he'd still eventually probably be thinking about hanging out with Amy and wanting to talk to her and want her advice and hang out with her more than this like hot thief.
Yep, I agree. I think I think it's right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that we covered it all.
Yeah.
2 episodes in the quickest amount of time. Mic drop. We did it. So let's do quick predictions.
Oh, snap. Okay.
I mean, we kind of did it. We kind of did it throughout, but let's just, do some quick ones.
Well, I'm just going to stick to...
Now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Let it build up.
Predictions.
Ooh. So can I go now?
Yeah, go ahead. I was reading the live chat. If you guys have predictions, you can type them now.
Oh, yeah, type them in.
Type away.
I'm just going to stick with my prediction from day one covering the show. Jonah and Amy, all the way. It's going to happen in the next 3 episodes. Okay, let's just hope that this time that's going to happen. And that Jeff and Mateo are going to fully kind of come out to where more and more people. Next episode, I think a lot of people are going to know. Dina's going to find out somehow. And then also possibly people are going to maybe start to believe or hear that Dina and Garrett did it. Because she made it as a joke when they were all drunk in girls' lunch. But I'm like, no, it's going to come out. And then wouldn't it be weird if they did it again? I don't know.
That would be fun.
I feel like
I would be excited about that.
So that's it for me.
Okay, I think you covered them all. I feel like I'm on the same page with you.
Yeah.
I hope that we are going to see some counseling or something.
Right.
Adam.
Totally.
And then I also hope that I'm predicting that Bo will come in like one of the next couple episodes because we haven't seen Bo in a really long time.
It's
and
true.
Cheyenne and Bo are just very fun.
So good.
So, yes. Matthew, you killed it.
You killed it. And he's free. You forget. LOL. Me too. Welcome to my life.
All right. Well,
All right,
that's our
guys.
show.
Yeah.
Where can the good people find you, Tara?
So you guys can find me on Twitter at @TaraErickson and YouTube.com/Tara Erickson.
All right. And I'm Kelsey Hightower, and you can find me online at Kels Hightower. And thank you for watching Superstore. We'll be right back here next week.
Yeah.
All right.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.